When you choose to hunt a place like central Wisconsin and you just go after big bucks, it can be quite the grind. The day-to-day hunting and not seeing nothing, the struggle can really take a toll on a hunter mentally. In order to be successful, you have to be mentally strong, and you have to be able to keep giving it all you got. Day after day, week after week, month after month, and sometimes year after year.
I just got set up. It's like 3 o'clock already. Yeah, 3 o'clock, November 10th. I just screwed up a bit. I got into here probably a little later than I should have. I kind of been in the dumps because my luck is just, I can't do anything. I can't get this right. Just never seems to work out for me. And once again, my luck didn't work out for me. I just got into this property. It's actually a piece of private that I have permission on. And I went in to go set up, and I have this area scouted. I don't have it scouted real well. I haven't spent a lot of time in here. I typically hunt another property that's close to here. It's another little piece of private. But I came in here right down this walking trail, and I got into that patch of cedars up here, and historically there's always a bunch of giant sign right in those cedars. So I was hoping to get set up in there, knowing that there's good bedding beyond. There's a lot of thick stuff just past those cedars up in here. And there's a lot of commotion going on around here. There's vehicles driving past. There's actually a plant right up here. But there's a lot of deer activity in here. People just don't come in here, and it's a safe place for the deer. Once in a while, somebody will ride like a UTV through here or whatever, but beyond that, there's not too much really going on. So it almost is a little sanctuary. I went into those cedars to go get set up, and I wanted to be able to shoot to the left side of that patch of cedars into the right side. I entered in from the right side, and I was looking ahead to pick a tree out. And a little ways ahead of me, like 30 yards out, I had like a 130-inch buck come through as I was on the ground. And that thing actually circled me without knowing I was there. It circled me 270 degrees and didn't offer me a shot at all, and got straight downwind of me. I was trying to get myself in a position where I could shoot to where he came through, and I just wasn't quite there yet. I just got in too late. You know, if I got in here at noon or something, it probably would all came together. But I had some things I had to take care of today, and I hunt pretty much every day, so I can't be out here all day, every day. It doesn't work like that. But so that buck, I was in these cedars, and he worked his way around the cedars from out in front of me, from over here, and he wrapped all the way around and came back out this way and straight downwind of me. And he scented me, and he just trotted off. He didn't look really spooked, but he trotted off. He knew I was there, or he knew a human was in there. So, and he came out. I think he came out right along this cedar tree, and that historically has been a route for deer to come through. There's like a little wet pond in here, and that buck came around, and I believe that's the trail he would have came up. And he dumped off into here somewhere. Now I went into that side knowing that there's bedding that way because I have a wind. I have a wind to my face approaching those cedars. Now seeing where that buck came through here, I'm set up for him just coming back through anywhere on this trail, anywhere. When I have a nice wind, my wind is going straight into the river. But when it's a little calmer, I'm having a little issue with my wind kind of going straight out this way. I don't know if he's gonna resurface. Don't know. There could be, according to my cameras on the other private property, there's a couple of other bucks in here. And I know that because it's literally a funnel through the middle of a town. And it's the only route they can take. So I have a number of different bucks on that camera, but nothing was showing up on daylight over there, which is why I decided to come back here. Typically I have daylight activity over there. But yeah, this is my first sit on private this year. The grind has been real again. I've been seeing a lot of bucks. I just can't get anything right in front of me. Just like normal. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what the heck it is. And I'm beating myself up about it. And, you know, I try to keep a good attitude and stay positive and keep grinding and it'll happen. Well, this is year 4 and it still hasn't happened. And I know it can turn in a matter of a minute. It's just that it's just not happening for me. Whatever the reason, it's just the dots are not connecting. You know, and I spend time on this. I spend time scouting. I spend time hunting. So I don't know what the heck the deal is. But I'm just hoping that I can get something else coming through. Where this first buck came through. Something decent. Or that this buck wants to come back through this way. I don't know exactly where he was bedded. There's kind of bedding all over the place in here, really. So I don't know, but he's definitely out looking for a doe. So I know there's hunting pressure all the way around me too, and this is like the only property that doesn't have the pressure, which is probably why he was here. I mean, I haven't hunted this property in I think 2 years it's been. So I don't know. I'm hoping he just finds his way back here. It's a long shot, but and if he doesn't, I think I have to get in here in the morning for sure. So yeah, we'll see what happens. My other concern is that he just runs the river right down below me, and my wind is just straight at him. I mean, I don't have a lot of windows. I have a small window through here. That's about all I can see there. So what I'm hoping he would maybe do is come out of that canary grass and stuff and just come up the trail and right up to this corner. That would just be perfect. That would be best case scenario. So yeah, we'll see what happens tonight.
Eric looked up and saw that buck coming back from where it had gone into. He reached for the camera, and I think he double punched the buttons. It never recorded, and he didn't get the buck coming in on film.
Well, I've got to get a new camera. I just shot the buck that came through earlier, and I shot him right here. You can see my arrow. I'm gonna have to go check it for blood. He then took off across into the oxbow, and I could see him standing for a little while, and then he worked his way along the side of the oxbow. He crossed the river, ran into the oxbow, stood for a while, then he walked off. So I think if I'm gonna find him dead, I'm gonna find him dead over here. I think I'm gonna have to give it overnight. I do wanna go check the arrow, but I'm in very close proximity to where he is, so. We'll see what happens. All right, so I'm back in the truck. I'm sorry about not getting that shot on film. This camera, it works strange. You flip the lens open and then you got to hit the record button twice, and sometimes it doesn't take. And I had the camera in such a way where that deer came in, that camera was quite a bit off to my side, and I did not have a chance to look at the LCD screen anyway to make sure that it was recording. You know, first and foremost, I wanted to make that shot. I was sitting on a piece of private property tonight, and there's a lot of commotion in the area. There's actually a business run on it, so there's a lot of vehicles in and out, and trucks and deliveries and this and that, and so it's really a rather urban environment. I had seen this buck. He looks to be about 130 inches just before I was about to set up. I was running a little late because I went to check a different piece of property, check the camera, got into this property. I was about to set up, and I had this buck come out, and at about 30 yards, giving me no shot. He did not know I was there. He circled me like 270 degrees and got downwind of me. So I thought, son of a gun, it's not good. But with that being said, as I had mentioned, there's a lot of commotion in that area with that business that's on there. There's a groundskeeper on the grounds. I heard him cutting some logs up, running a chainsaw. I thought, well, it's not great, but these deer are used to this in here. So then I heard some scatter in the leaves, and then it went dead. And then I thought, well, maybe that was a squirrel. But then side by side, or UTV, ended up coming through down the trail that I was on and drove right underneath me. And the guy even stopped and he said, "Sorry about that." And I said, "That's not a problem." And it really was not a problem for me. I know that these deer are used to this. I actually took it as a cue. Once that side by side went through, that's when I expected deer to get up and start moving. Sure enough, off in the distance, I had noticed that buck come out. To back up a little bit, where I saw this buck was about 80 yards from where I set up. What I did was I saw the way he exited, right? I assumed he was bedded in this oxbow. I ended up being correct, but I ended up setting up where I thought that buck would come back through, if he did come through. I didn't think my odds were great, but he did end up coming back through almost right on top of where I set up, so I was able to read that, so that felt really good. Just as I had thought, that side by side went through, and it wasn't 5 minutes later I could see in the distance, I could see this rack coming through, and I'm like, that's him. That's definitely him. He ended up working his way into me. He was this close from getting my wind, and I had a little window and I took it. I let the arrow go. It was a quick draw and release. It looks like I hit him back a little bit, but for sure a fatal deer. I'll show you guys what the arrow looks like. I mean, I have a lot of blood on the fletchings, a lot of hair at site of impact. But this is what that arrow looks like. So it was a complete pass through, a lot of good blood on that arrow, but the blood is very dark. I spoke to Dan, of course, after I shot the deer, just talked things through with him. He kind of confirmed what I had thought where I hit it, and it definitely is, it's liver guts. I know I clipped that liver because that blood is just dark as can be, but it does have a little stomach contents on it too, so I know it's liver or guts as well. But it's 100% a fatal shot. I'm just gonna have to get in there tomorrow. I'm gonna have to let that thing lay overnight, but I'm pretty confident I'm gonna be able to find him tomorrow, as long as I did not spook him out on the way out. Which, when I got out of my stand, I left my stand hang. I dropped my bow. I grabbed my bow and I grabbed my camera. I went to go grab the arrow quick. I snuck over there. I stayed low, grabbed that arrow, and I snuck out of there as quick as I could. Not running quick, but just, you know, I was even hunched over and just slow steps, and I just got out of there. So I don't think I spooked it. I'm gonna have to sit up tonight in anticipation. Hopefully I can get some sleep, and hopefully I get in there and find this dang thing tomorrow. It's been a long time coming, so I hope this all comes together.
Right. So it's 9 o'clock in the morning. I got my brother Kyle with me. We got him all geared up in his coveralls. We got to cross the river to get after this buck. But I'm glad that he was able to come and help me out. He is not a hunter himself, so it's cool to have him out here for this experience. He's never been out to help me track a deer, or drag a deer, or anything like that, so I'm pretty thankful for him coming out to give me a hand here and share the experience with him. So just hoping we find him. I think I got a great shot at it, but we'll start at the site of impact. That's where I was. Can you see my tree stand? Right there.
Wait, you were up in the tree there?
See my tree stand?
Oh yeah.
Right behind the deadfall tree.
Nice.
So
What lane was he in?
he came from up there. So this is the way I came in, right down this path. It was real easy. Get in here nice and quiet. I was trying to set up in these cedars. So over here, I was trying to set up. I snuck in right down this deer trail. You see this deer trail? Mm-hmm. So I came in like this. Okay, and I was looking for a setup in here somewhere where I would be able to shoot to this opening here in case something came through that way. But I wanted to be able to shoot to that grass opening over there too. But I really had a hard time picking a tree in here. Initially I had picked a tree over here, but I wasn't gonna be able to shoot that grass over there. And you can see, here's a really good historical rub. There's another big historical rub on this tree here, but these bucks really worked through, you know, this patch of cedars here. But I was worried about something slipping through that side. So I had been yesterday, I was tucked in right behind that tree, thinking about what tree I should get up in, and that buck came out from over there, right? And it just walked all the way around these cedars, and I had a wind coming to her face like this. And that buck worked all the way around those cedars, came all the way out into this grass here without giving me a shot at all. And he got downwind of me, he smelled me, and he just trotted off a little bit, back up to where my...
So he didn't smell you at that point over there?
Nope, I had wind to my face coming like this.
Oh, okay.
So he was upwind of me, but somehow he was able to get all the way around me without offering a shot, all the way out into this grass opening. And he caught my wind and he trotted off, and I thought, crap, because typically a buck catches your wind and it's done for. So but this being such an urban scenario with the plant up there and there's just a lot of activity and commotion, I was okay with it. I figured there's a good chance he's gonna come back. So let's go back to where I set up. So I was considering setting up in here still, just hoping something else would maybe come through. But the buck, he made his way through all this thick crap. And I kind of lost him at one point, but I knew he headed this direction.
Do you think he's up the river, across the river this way?
In this oxbow right here, right across the river, right there. That's where we should.
What are the chances that he made it through those properties?
That's where we should find him. We'll find out. The arrow looks pretty good though. Like usually with the liver shot deer, they're not going far and they will just lay down because they're hurting. And usually it's like, you should wait like 6 to 8 hours on a liver shot deer. So knowing that deer came through here, there's another oxbow up here, and I just expected that's where he would have gone. So I got set up real close to the river here. So it's just a small pinch so that if he came back through, I would be able to put a shot on him. I'm only 3 sticks high. I wanted to get behind this deadfall tree for cover, and it just worked out perfect. It really did. So what happened was last night, a side-by-side actually came driving up this trail. He noticed me in the tree because there's a groundskeeper out here, and he said, sorry. I said, not a problem. And I knew that once that side-by-side went cruising through, that those deer were gonna come out. Because now that human commotion, everything is gone, right? So they feel safe, they feel comfortable. Those deer are used to that sound in here. So, and just like I had thought, that buck came out within 5 minutes of that thing leaving. And he came out, out of that oxbow up there, came up the grass, and he started hugging tight to the river. And he got to like right there, and my wind was going straight that way. He was like within a foot, I would say, of catching my wind, which would have bugged him out again. So I had to put a shot on him. So I shot right over here.
So what, he was 30 yards out, you'd say?
That's probably 18 yards.
18 yards out?
Yeah, yep. So let's walk around this way and take a look at the site of impact, where I grabbed the arrow. Hope we find this thing. All right, so my arrow, just careful where you're walking here. Right over here is where I found my arrow. Right in here. And I had some blood splatter last night. Here, look at the hair. Come over here and look at the hair. See the hair? See the blood here? Little blood here. That looks like a little gut matter there. But see the hair? That's white hair. So it was hair back here.
Yeah.
Look at his tracks after he was shot. You can see the disturbance in the soil there where he took off. So
yep.
He jumped straight through here. I don't know. He must have gone right through here. Somehow he made it over all this, or maybe he came back and come over here once. Look at
I mean, he could have gone through there. It's big enough.
See that deer trail on that bank? That's exactly where he ran up. And then he stood back there for about a minute, and his tail was flicking, and he just kind of walked off to that back corner. So
he's got to be pretty close then. I mean, if you don't think he went up that hill, he's
well. Take a look at all the deadfall on that hill, and then it's a vertical hill.
Yeah.
That deer's liver shot, so deer don't typically just go straight uphill after a liver shot because they're in pain, you know. So
okay, well, shall we cross?
Yeah, let's drop into the river. We'll find the shallowest spot and see if we can't find this thing.
Let's go find this deer.
All right, so we just dropped into the river. I figured out where this buck dropped down into the bank, or into the river, I should say. And then there's a trail right across this way. I haven't even gotten up into the oxbow yet. I'm just walking down the river here to see if just walking down the river to see if I can't see him from the river here. So I lost him somewhere around in here. That's where I last saw him. What did you find? Holy crap. Holy crap. There he is. Oh, heck yeah. There he is, laid up. Here.
Dang.
I'm definitely happy with them.
The rack looks super symmetrical.
It is, isn't it? But
Nice.
He made it exactly pretty much where I lost him.
I found him on my first hunt.
Oh, cool. Let's get him drug over the river and then we'll.
Okay, here.
Hell yeah.
Woo! Found him.
I can't say I'm real proud on the shot, but you know what? It got it done. He definitely died last night sometime. Not a doubt in my mind, because he was pretty stiff. And I'll be able to tell too once I start gutting him. I'll be able to tell because his cavity will be warm. Or it won't be.
Alright, next getting him over this lip.
Yep.
Alright, here.
We'll get him up there.